Okay, thanks to an awesome dude by the name of Chris Brighton, I have the 70 and 140 watt Seelites, the newest of the new, to test. These are the hybrid 3500K. Keep in mind that's going to be a little brighter white than the normal 2700 to 3000K we've been testing thus far. But we're about ready to rock and roll. So we have the light. This is the 70 watt. Lux meter. Camera. Amp clamp and temperature gauge. Boom, that's looking pretty bright. So I'll let it warm up for about 5 minutes or so, and we'll take a reading and see what the efficiency tells us. But as you can see there, it's lighting up that tree that's a good 30 yards away. The voltage for the Seelite test is hovering somewhere between 119.1 and 119.2. So for the sake of simplicity, we will go with 119.1. To determine our wattage using Ohm's law. Okay guys, after a warm-up period of about 5 minutes, the 70 watt Seelite is posting 687 lux. 687 lux. Okay, we are pulling 0.43 amps. So let's do the math. 119.1 times 0.43 equals 51.2 watts. Typical. No light thus far has actually nailed the number, so let's do the efficiency. 687 divided by 51.2 equals, so an efficiency of 13.4 lux per watt. That's pretty good. Better than all the budget lights by far, but not quite as good as the custom fits 100 watt. That is the benchmark of 20 lux per watt, but still very good. Okay guys, trying to get a temperature reading here. This is one of the coolest lights I've tested so far. We've got temperatures in the 60s and 70s across the whole back of the light. The fins are robust and they work very well. The light runs very, very, very cool. Okay, in the jig we have the 140 watt Seelite hybrid. Same test as we did with the 70. So let's fire her up. Oh yeah, that bad boy's bright. Real bright. Okay, the 140 watt Seelite hybrid is pulling 1734 lux. That's 1734 lux. That is very bright. Okay, the 140 watt Seelite is pulling 0.76 amps. Let's do the math. 119.1 times 0.76 equals 90 watts. So 140 watt light is actually pulling 90 watts. And let's do the efficiency, 90.5. So 1734 lux divided by 90.5 watts equals 19.16. That's very, very efficient. That rivals the custom fits 100 watt light. So as you can see, if you compare to other videos, it is indeed very bright. It is lighting up that tree every bit as well as the metal halide bulb in Jacob Heyer's 400 watt HPS housing. So very bright indeed. Very impressed with the 140 watt Seelite. Get some temperature readings off the back here. Again, runs incredibly cool. I'm circling the housing and it's in the low 70s. This light's a beast. The cooling fins are awesome. It's going to run nice and cool, and that speaks to durability. To me, that's the enemy of the LED light, is excessive heat. This one runs real cool. Now, I usually like to bring out another light to compare it to, but in this instance, nothing else really compares to the Seelite. It's in a class all by itself, but let's look at the whiteboard. So it fared very well in the test at 19 lux per watt, very, very efficient, only slightly less efficient than the custom fits. The 70 watt did not fare as well at 13.4 lux per watt, however, still very efficient, much more efficient than anything we've seen from Amazon or eBay. Let's take a look at the light itself. So physically, excuse me, it's about the same size as the custom fits 100 watt. However, when you flip it around is when things get interesting. The fit and the finish from the front is awesome. It's a very, very, very classy looking light. But let's turn it around this way. Oh, I don't want to scratch it up. These fins are the difference. You see how deep they are? I mean, it's a good 1.5 to 2 inches deep right there. And that's why this thing runs so cool. Again, another excellent bracket. Seelites have always had badass brackets. And let's get the tape measure. It's less than 4 inches deep, so still very narrow, much more so than the traditional lights we've all grown accustomed to over the last 3, 4, 5 years. So I've got nothing but nice things to say about this light. It's very, very expensive. It's not for everybody, but it's expensive because it's worth it. There is no other light that's built quite like this that I've seen thus far. Okay, guys, well, there you have it. Numbers don't lie. The 140 watt in particular fared very well in the test. It's very efficient. Not so much with the 70, however, still a great light. You can't say enough about Seelite's quality. The build quality is exceptional. The housings are heavy duty. The cooling fins are thick. The lights run nice and cool. They're second to none in that category, and nobody can deny that. I know after people watch the video, they're going to freak out and go, well, how come it's called a 140, but it's only pulling 90? And I don't know why. Has to do with how the driver and the chip, I'm not a scientist. I don't know. I don't even care. I don't care that it's labeled a 140. It's got two 70-watt chips, and it's only pulling 90 watts. I only care that it runs efficient because I have a finite amount of power from my generator to use to power lights. So I want as much light per watt that I'm investing into my lights. So the Seelites are great. They're very expensive, but it's because they're worth it. Talk to anybody who runs them. They love them. So I want to thank you guys for watching the video. Please visit Bloodline Bowfishing TV on Facebook. Join the BAA, the Protector Rights of Bow Fishermen. And as always, wear your personal flotation devices while you're on the water. Thanks, guys.